Okay, so today I want to test out something involving Crimson armor because to me this is pretty interesting. For every melee kill, gain one stack of that. Each stack grants zero point 0.1 melee range. At 10 stacks, also swipe in a random direction, hitting every enemy in the path of the swipe. Now, at first I didn't know what this did, but now I think I get it. Thanks to the comments of when I was talking about the possible drowning method, which, well, I still haven't had any confirmation that it works. But I was getting items, that's all I can really say. And also, I learned that Witherborn, you don't need to meet the catacombs requirement for the wither armor. So that's good. You can just straight up invest in wither armor and you should be fine. I hope. I can't really test that myself because I already meet the requirements. So, let's see. So this thing right here, I don't really understand it still, but I think I understand it enough based on what the comment said. It basically says it just makes thorns better with the extra swipe, but it's not as good as wither armor. I am still going to be making some kind of comparison video, so we're going to go ahead and see what this is all about first. Alright. Oh, okay. So down here, it shows the swipes, which is a max 10. It does make thorns better because of the swipe distance. I don't know how far this melee range is. I don't know how far point 0.1 really is. Okay, it's actually killing them. Now the real question is, can I make a good amount of money? Because the difference between this and Wither armor is that Crimson does not have the 30-second cooldown or whatever that Wither armor has. So let me see if I can actually fit my money in here. No, I can't. Um, 7 mil. Okay, we'll go with it. All right, 7.1 mil. We'll say that 7.17 mil. If I go down here, 71, 72. It's going up pretty fast actually. 73. It's almost at 74 already. Yeah, look at that. It's not that bad. So as long as you have thorns on this, you should be able to AFK just fine. But I feel like having a big drop like this is really not that good for it because you need to be hitting them, which is the main flaw for this one right here, because I need to put water if I want to save them, but I also need to have a little redstone system for my cactus farm. And yes, before anyone in the comments asked again, this is just a cactus farm. Don't worry about it, it's not related to slimes at all. I've had so many people, even in my Discord server still, ask me what exactly is the hopper setup, what's the redstone in the floor. If you really want to see, just come to my island and follow the hopper line. You'll notice that it goes directly to my slime farm, not slime farm, my cactus farm, and that's where it is. You can see the cactus following the hoppers going in this chest, going in here, which is full, surprisingly. And yeah, that's how you know what this farm is. It's just cactus, so don't worry about it. And also, uh, try not asking me how much I make from cactus, because I'll be honest, it's very inconsistent at this point. Since I don't really AFK online too much, mainly because I keep getting kicked. I really do keep getting kicked, but this really isn't too bad. Yeah, it does get the ones behind you. It does say random direction, right? Yeah, in a random direction, hitting every enemy in the path of the swipe. Okay, so having a smaller farm is more ideal. Like something like this, maybe. Where it's not too tall, but you can make it a bit taller, but not tall enough for the slimes to die from fall damage. I'm still trying to find a way for me to move the redstone outside, but that's kind of hard, considering I still need a hopper here, and if I were to move the current hopper system, I would have to somehow change my cactus farm setup as well, which could be a pain. So I'm trying to make use of what I have here, but it hasn't been working out. But this is not too bad. The cost of the armor isn't bad either. If I go here, I literally just bought this armor. If I go to lowest bin, bin only, you can see 1.1, 1.2, 1.7. Requires combat skill 24. Okay, that one might be hard. That part I did not know until now, because I guess I already have the requirements. I don't know. I actually do not know if the requirement for that, the combat skill 24, is if you need to use it or not. Because if you don't need to meet the catacombs requirement, I mean, that's just a catacombs requirement. The outside of dungeons, this is outside of dungeons. So you probably do have to meet the requirement. So, combat skill 24. You should probably grind that first. But the cost of it, for what it can do, it's pretty cheap. Around maybe 4, 5, possibly 6 mil. Yeah, 6 mil. You should not be paying more than. Yeah, for sure you're not paying any more than 7 mil. If you're paying more than 7 mil, just why? But this armor is really cheap. You can enchant it yourself. It's not too bad. It's arguably pretty good. I actually like it. You can see how much money I'm getting here too, and I'm pretty sure every single mob that gets killed is affected by the Daedalus Axe as well. And the thing about this, unlike Witherborn, this thing constantly kills everything, as you can see. And that's a good thing, because you don't have to worry about the maximum number of slimes, because people still worry about that for some reason. And even if you are using Witherborn, you don't have to worry about it either way, because your Witherborn, the second you see that message, your Witherborn's about to activate. So don't worry about it too much. But this isn't too bad. I am going to be making a bit of a comparison video. I'm already at 82. We started at 70. Yeah, 83 right now. If I can get another good swipe in, then maybe we can see. Um, Come on. 400, 500. Okay. But either way, it's not too bad. Some of the slimes here are dying from fall damage, to be fair. Like this corner right here. If they land here, it's just all fall damage. So I am losing a bit of profit from that, which is my own fault for making the farm this way. It was kind of rushed. So, yeah. Oh, you have reached the maximum number of slimes on your island. You can see this. I've had way more slimes on my island, so that message does not matter. Look, if I go up here, and I go, just look over here. See, the slimes are still spawning. The slimes are indeed still spawning. They're not dying, and I'm not getting this message. This message is literally pointless, so don't worry about it. But if you can manage to get this, I don't know how much you have to farm for combat 35. I'm actually surprised I'm actually this high. But 24 should not be too hard, because you need to go to combat 24 to go to Crimson Isle anyway. And judging from how much stuff you're gonna be doing from early mid to the early late game, it's not too bad. And by the time you reach combat 24, you should have enough money to invest in some crimson armor because it's not that cheap, like 1 mil, 1.2, 1.7, 1.7. It's really cheap. You can make this literally not even in a day, in a few hours, even as an early game player, which actually says something of how easy this game is. So I am going to be comparing these once again. So I'm going to look forward to that. Look forward to it. I'm actually pretty interested in what I'm going to think about the armor itself. Personally, I still feel like Witherborn is better, but at the same time, this one might be not too bad, actually. Look at this. One more time. You can see how fast they're killing the slimes. Hands are off the keyboard and mouse, and you can see every mob is getting hit in every direction. It's not that bad. The damage is a bit iffy. Yeah, the damage is a bit iffy. As you can see, it's not instantly killing the slimes. But at the same time, it's not too bad. If I had bank on all my armor, then it'd probably be a lot more different. So next time I'll for sure have bank 5. And yeah, well, look at that. 189 already. That is pretty good, actually. And like I said, this has no cooldown. All you really have to do is have your 10 swipes in, which the Thorns takes care of. And all you really have to do is have a Daedalus Axe, because this is the only weapon that really works. And yeah, I'll just sit here and it should just work. We're at 192. We started doing this little test at 170. And I did get out every once in a while, so that also says something about it. It's pretty fast. Especially if you can make a max speed setup, then this will be really fast. And you should be making a good amount of money. So for now, I think I'll just end it here. Next time I will be testing my Witherborn armor against this. The only problem is I don't have enough bank space to properly test it. 9 more minutes of cooldown. I need to find a way to get rid of the 7 mil. I really do. Actually, if I do this, go to plasma bucket. I probably shouldn't do this. Okay, let's do slime. Sell offer. Custom price. 7,192,867. I hope that's right. What do you mean underbidding too much? I don't get it. I actually don't get it. Well, I'll figure it out. My game looks like it crashed. Look at that. So I'll just end it here, and we'll see you next time.